Let's look at stock taking in this video. Another name for stock taking is inventory taking or stock counting. So stock taking is the physical checking of the stock items in order to ensure that stock quantities shown on stock records are the actual quantities and they are the same. So this is like the physical checking, like you go and see things for yourself and then count them. That is stock taking, and see whether what was recorded is actually what is in the store. That is what we call stock taking. Let's look at the commonly used methods of stock taking. There are two, and the first one is perpetual or continuous stock taking. So this one involves the use of the stock record or the ledger card, whereby all the receipts, like whatever has been received in the store, all the issues and stock balances are updated after every transaction. Then here the recorded balances are compared with the physical balances of stock, and any difference or any discrepancies are investigated. So here they use the stock card. As we said, that the stock card shows what has been received, what has been issued, and then the balance. So that balance on the stock card is the one that they use to compare with whatever is in the store to see whether what is showing as balance is what is in the store, to see if they are actually matching, and in case there is any difference, that difference is investigated. So perpetual or continuous stock taking, something that is continuous, it means that it is done all the time. So let's look at the principles of perpetual stock taking. First is that a few items should be checked at a time. They should not check all of them at once. For accuracy, a few items should be checked at a time. Then the counting and checking should be done by a staff unconcerned with storekeeping. You should not get the storekeeper, him or herself, and tell that person to be the one to check or physically count the stock. Then there should be an element of surprise checks, because if you inform someone before, you're giving them room to fidget around or remove any differences that may be there. So there should be an element of surprise checks if you want to get correct information. Then another principle is that all discrepancies or all differences between the balance that is on the stock card and what is actually in the store should be investigated, so that you can get to know why there is a difference between the stock that is showing in the records and the stock that is in the store. Then another method of stock taking is the periodic stock taking. So here all stocks are counted at one time at regular intervals, such as quarterly, 6 months, or yearly. So here the stock is not counted all the time like in continuous. There is just some specific period when stock is counted. Maybe every after 4 months stock is counted, or every after 6 months, or at the end of every year. So the physical quantities of stock are ascertained at the end of every period, every specified period. With periodic stock taking, like counting stock may take hours or it may take a couple of days, since it's done after some good period of time. Then it may also involve closing normal business operations so that they can carry it out, or they can carry it out at night when no one is working. Then this method may pose a difficulty of discovering the discrepancies, since it can be a lot and it happens after a long period of time. So it may be difficult to identify the differences between the balance and then what is actually in the stores.